Thanks for joining us for the Long Island Sound podcast. Each week we explore new music and dive deeper with the artists and their stories behind the music. Please subscribe and rate and review us wherever you stream this podcast. Here's your host, Steve Yusko.
Hey everybody, I am really so excited. I ran into this group. They found me. Go figure. You know, I usually deal with a lot of old singers and stuff. Only kidding. Audawind is a sister and twin brother group, or somebody's the twins in this. They have a new song that they just released called Chug-a-lugga, which is a really cool party song and brought me back to my days of, I used to chug a few beers back in the day. Hey guys, welcome to the Long Island Sound podcast. So good to have you. And introduce yourself so we know who's who.
Thank you so much for having us. We're really excited to be on this podcast. We're just really looking forward to it. I'm Shelby.
I'm Sam. And I'm Ben.
Ben's the brains behind the operation, from what I understand.
Thank you.
And
That's what he says.
But the weirdest thing is Ben's the drummer. Like, what the hell? You know, usually the dopey guy, no offense, is the drummer, you know, and he's never the guy who, like, writes the music. And mom writes as well with you guys, right?
Yeah. Our mom is our biggest supporter, and she's never missed a show, like never missed a gig, and we play a lot. And she's just a great lyricist. So her and I and Ben do the lyrics, and Ben comes up with all of the music, and Sam's our producer, and then he just like totally rounds out the song and just makes it that Audawind sound.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you guys record in your home or your apartment, or do you go to a studio? What's your approach after you've kind of cultivated the song together? As far as, do you do a rough draft of it, or how do you approach it?
It kind of depends. Usually, when I do my best work is right when the song's finished, like within a couple hours after doing it. So Ben and these guys wrap up like the lyrics and like usually the chords and general tempo. So first what we do is usually we get like a tempo that we like, which is really important. And then Ben does like a quick like acoustic guitar thing sometimes. And then we do a scratch singing. And then I kind of just produce it from there, really however I want. Usually kind of like my philosophy with production is whatever gets your attention like immediately with whatever it is, that's what you gotta go with. So I have a very short attention span. So I think that helps. Yeah, that ADD. A lot of creatives have ADD, and I've been guilty of, hey, squirrel? Oh, yeah, of that. So that kind of happens. Hey, I'm really kind of intrigued about your dynamic as a family. So bring me back about 10 years, musical family. Like, how fertile is the field that you grew up in that said, the three of you, hey, I want to sing, hey, I want to be in music, and how did that really come about?
Yeah, so I started first because I'm the oldest, and I knew I always wanted to be on stage. Like, whenever there was an opportunity, I got up, like, on stage. Like, if you know the Big Duck, I won the quacking contest when it opened. That was me. I know.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you. I was like Little Miss Mattituck for our town. I entered a lot of hula hooping contests, like really random stuff. But if there was a stage, I was like, yes, I want to be on it. And then in 5th grade, our elementary school, Cutchogue East, put on Beauty and the Beast. And I was so excited to audition. I remember like coming home from school with the flyer, and my mom was like, oh, you want to sing? Like, let's hear what you got. And I remember singing a Beauty and the Beast song. She just went, not bad. And cool. I was Belle, and then I just fell in love with singing. And Sam, you were next, right?
Yeah. So I was kind of bored essentially, and there was a guitar in the house hanging around, and I just saw it intrigued me, so I started learning it. And then there's this like 5th grade idol thing, and my mom really wanted me to do it, so I just like raised my hand. I was like, I'll do it. And cool. I played like a song and
Dead or Alive.
My banjo.
And he had only been playing the guitar for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And he won the contest too.
Ben
Did you really?
Ovation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Nice,
kind of
nice.
And then these two were doing music, and I was just sitting there like, so like I picked up the drums, and I don't know.
Yeah, then we were all like playing different songs, different genres, everything in different rooms of the house. It probably sounded absolutely awful. And our mom was like, "Hey guys, why don't you try playing the same song in the same room?" And she was like, "Yes, I created my own little rock band, and we've been playing together ever since."
Nice. So you basically started like from the age of 10 and 12, I guess, right? To kind of kick into this.
Something like that.
Yeah. 5th grade, super lucrative year for us.
Nice. You know what's interesting for those who are not from Long Island? You guys are from the North Fork. It's really it's farmland out there. Cutchogue is just a really nice place. Got the wineries. You've got the sod farms. Believe it or not, we grow grass. Just that one type of grass, as far as I know, out on Long Island. But there is a, at least for me, a romantic New England type of feel to out east. And it's growing. Population is growing out there since COVID. A lot of people.
A lot of people who were second home owners have just like moved out there full time. But we were so lucky to grow up in such a gorgeous place, and it's definitely super rural. I mean, Matatuck High School is drive your tractor to school day, and like let me tell you, the kids pull up. That parking lot is packed with tractors, so it's really fun. But yeah.
And we do pass like 3 farms on the way to school and a sod farm. So it's yes.
Yeah. I know the drive really well, and actually now that October's upon us, fall is the real migration for taking your little kids out there for hay rides and corn mazes and all that stuff. And it's just a beautiful place, and it's I'm in the middle of the island. I have an urging to want to get into a more rural place as things get a little too crowded and a little too much traffic. Hey guys, let's do this. Let's just take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to talk about, one, your influences, individually, what kind of artists really float your boat. And then I want to talk about the venues that you play. And from looking at the dates that you're playing, this one particular place that I'm very familiar with, that you seem to be like the house band there. So, hey, everybody.
Is it Daisies?
Oh, you ruined it.
No.
We're supposed to leave a cliffhanger, you knucklehead.
Cut it off.
We'll cut that.
That's in post.
Hey, everybody. Stick with us. We'll be right back with Audawind.
Are you ready for the ultimate podcasting adventure? The Long Island Sound podcast offers you not one, but 2 ways to engage with our captivating content. Tune in to our audio podcast on your favorite platform and let your imagination paint vivid pictures of Long Island stories. Or if you're craving a visual feast, catch our video podcast on Spotify and on the Long Island Sound YouTube channel. Double the options, double the excitement.
Hey everybody, we are back with Audawind, and this is the Dufton family. Now, I know 2 of you are twins, so I'm a little confused. Is it Shelby and Sam that are twins, or is it Shelby and Ben?
You get this question a lot.
You get this question a lot.
You get it right,
It is
right?
me and Ben and chicken.
Right. So obviously, female and male, you're fraternal, right? You're fraternal twins.
Mm-hmm. I know it's hard because like I really look like him, but I also really look like him. So people are like, which way does she lean? Because she's definitely one of the twins.
Yeah,
We
and
get
you know
called
what?
triplets all the time.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, with the long hair, I thought you were all female at first glance.
Wow,
But,
get that a lot.
I'm
keep
kidding.
We keep a running collection of quotes of things that people have said at our show. You 3 women are fantastic. Has to be my favorite.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so used to it now. I just, I don't know. It's a
Are
common
you serious?
occurrence. Oh, I get called all the time.
People are like, you ladies.
Yeah, miss.
Great.
Whatever.
Oh,
You 2 girls.
No, you guys are very handsome and pretty. So,
Thank you.
Shelby, you're pretty. Guys,
Thank
you're
you,
handsome.
thank you.
So
It'd be way
let's
worse if they were like, you 3 guys. That'd be...
That's right.
In my
You Shelby, you can butch it up a little bit. Halloween's coming up.
You're back.
So let's do this. Let's go around the horn. Ben, Sam, and Ben, Shelby, and Sam, and tell me, if you had to pick one artist that you say, "Hey, I really admire them. They've influenced the direction I'm going in." Who would they be?
Should I go first?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one because I have like two sides of the coin. But if I pick one, I would say Aerosmith, probably.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I really like Lainey Wilson. I just think she's a badass chick, and what she's doing right now, I think is really cool. I like my people to be a little bit funny, and I really love the humor that she brings to everything too.
Nice. Okay. And have you seen her in concert?
I have not, which it feels criminal to me.
I know.
But I haven't seen. Well, I went to Farm Aid, so I've seen a bunch of country artists there.
Oh.
But then besides that, it's like I've been to like a Big and Rich concert recently, and then Kiss and AC/DC. So I gotta get like I go to my own shows all the time, but I gotta start going to some other people's.
Right. They just had Farm Aid up in Saratoga, I think, a weekend or so
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
My favorite Willie and Neil Young. Yeah, just
Yeah, it's
Some-
a good show. It's a good show.
yeah. I can imagine. All right, who do we have left? Ben, who's this?
Me.
Sam.
I'm gonna
Sam.
say it's hard because I'm like really in between. I'll say Young Gravy though.
Young
I'm
Gravy.
gonna pick
Young-
one.
He's going rap.
Yeah, it's a rap. It's definitely a rapper, but I don't know. I like some of the stuff that goes on in that. So
Super fresh.
yeah.
All right, so now you've got who you like and who are influences. How would you define your sound? Would you call it Americana? Would you call it country? I mean, country is hard to pin down because country is like pop now and rap as well. But do you
Lucky
think?
for us, like, even though like we're here in Nashville and we are country is such a evolving genre, and I think we have a pretty unique sound. So like we're country, but we got that Audawind sound. I think it's kind of, Ben, how would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, I usually just say it's the Audawind sound because it's so signature. But I usually say country party rock. That's
Country-
usually the
Okay.
moniker I give it. But yeah, what do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I'd say that for the song for sure.
I call it like beachabilly modern country, because
Beachabilly.
modern country is like, kind of poppy, but then our sound, not Chug-a-lugga per se,
Yeah.
but most of our other music and the songs that we have coming out, they're a little beachy. We got like a little Jimmy Buffett, but making pop rock influence.
Nice. Yeah, you know what it is? I found I went to a Kenny Chesney concert a long time ago, and I found like he was taking on the mantle of Jimmy Buffett at the time.
Yeah.
And then he kind of disappeared. I don't know if he's coming back or whatever, but he kind of fell off the scene.
Kenny
at
Chesney?
least. Yeah.
Oh, he is running about Nashville.
Oh, is he now?
He's out and about all the time. I think he's on tour with Megan Maroney right now, or they just finished
Okay.
the tour. So we guess resurgence.
So I only have two connections to Nashville, and I know I shouldn't be talking about myself, but one is Mindy Smith, who lives down in Nashville, and she agreed to be on the program hopefully soon. And another one, you guys should check this guy out, Charlie Cullis. And
That's not familiar.
just look up Charlie. Charlie's from
Okay.
Really familiar.
from Brooklyn, and he's a country singer. It's amazing stuff. So let's talk about the venues that you played in, and the one that really appears to be, you look like you're the house band there, and tell us about that.
So we play all over the East End, all over Long Island. We played at a bunch of wineries and then a bunch of bars in the Hamptons and just a bunch of places. But lately we've been playing a lot at Daisy's Nashville Lounge. This place, I love Daisy's. I love the owners. They're so sweet. Brian is like the nicest person ever. Everyone that works there is fantastic. And it's
Nice.
just this beautiful like slice of Nashville. It's the most beautiful honky tonk you've ever seen.
Nicer than the ones in
Oh,
Nashville.
way nicer than the
Yeah.
Nashville ones. Like I would pick Daisy's any day. And we just love playing there. And we have been playing at their Cutchogue location a bunch, but they just opened up a Miller Place location.
Oh,
and
okay.
We toured it before it opened. So gorgeous.
It's really great.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
Yeah, he even has like the stage is so much bigger than the Patchogue location. And
Okay.
rite of passage for country musicians is playing at the Grand Ole Opry and stepping into the circle. And they even put like a circle right on their stage so all of their musicians can like step into the Daisy circle. And it's just really nice.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Yeah, because they just, I think one of the music stations, The Wolf or something, is now a country station. So
yeah.
it's
They have Kelly Ford is one of their DJs. They just are up and running.
Yeah, because country was not around New York for the longest period of time, and that's kind of cool. For those who don't know, Patchogue is really Patchogue used to be a dump. Let me tell you, it was when you guys were 5. It was like be careful walking around Patchogue. They really turned that whole town around. It's a big music, big bar scene. A lot of apartments now along the railroad, and it's really a cool place. It's got quite the nightlife. So there were certain hubs.
Main Street Patchogue is like Party City, USA.
It's crowded at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got to check out the Daisies in. You said Mount Sinai.
Miller Place.
Same thing, right?
Place.
Yeah.
Same def.
Check it out when we're playing.
Of course. Hey, by the way, and you bring up a good idea. Is everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube or wherever, Spotify, look in the description. You'll see all the links for Audawind and their TikTok. And now that jumps me into another thing. Let's talk about your social media, because I am blown away by the work that you guys must put into your social media. You've grown to, I don't know, you tell me where you are.
Well, we were at a few months ago, we were at 10.9K followers on TikTok. And as of today, we're at 51,200 followers on our TikTok. And it's really fun. We just like kind of post videos of us and our interaction and just kind of like being asses.
Yeah. We try to have fun with it.
You're doing a movie of your life, and that takes a lot of discipline, to do that, and make it interesting, and there's certain formulas that I'm finally learning about, that first 3 to 7 seconds hook to keep people going along, and that's what I find interesting about musicians and singer-songwriters. There seems to be a great divide between older musicians and social media and younger musicians and social media. You can be great at social media and be a crappy singer-songwriter, as far as I'm concerned. But it's a great avenue to drive people to say, hey, let me look a little deeper into this group, because they look like somebody I'd like to have a beer with. Chug-a-lugga.
Exactly.
There you go.
And that's what we're going for. So I love that message is coming across. But social media is totally your friend. I get there's musicians who don't want to use social media. It is a lot of work. But if you're not able to reach all of your fans, like we have fans across the country that can't come to see our shows, but our social media allows us to engage with them. And it also allows people to know us more than they would know us from just listening to our music.
Yeah.
Right. And, that's always been my curiosity of, one, when we're going out, my wife and I, it's like, okay, where's their good beer? Because my wife has certain beer she likes. And where's their live music? Because we want to see live music. And the common denominator, I believe, is that very good musicians, good songwriters are great storytellers. And you're just taking that storytelling from your music and now bring it into video. It's not easy to do. And there are, I'm thinking of certain people who are like, you know what, I'll let my music speak for itself. They don't say that actually, but that's their thinking, because that's where they put their effort. However, when you go out to promote yourself and you're trying to get into a new venue, wherever it may be, what are they looking for? They're looking for your followers. What kind of audience are you going to bring to the venue? Because it's a money thing, right?
Yeah.
Who are you going to draw into my place so that they stay and drink another beer or have another set of wings or whatever, and then go from there. So let me ask you this: you guys have been playing for about 10 years, been playing around. You're going to school for music. Well, tell me about your direction as far as schooling and the industry.
I mean, Belmont, we go to Belmont in Nashville, Belmont University, and it's very connected to the music industry. It's like, I think one of the nicknames for the school is like Music Row is at our doorstep. So like even today I had a class on Music Row.
That's the street in Nashville where all the songwriters work.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see like a lot of famous people when you're just walking around.
I walk there, I see people, it's really cool. And then
a lot of your professors are like famous songwriters, and they really want to help the students. They're like, how can we help you make your dreams come true? And it's a really nice place. Yeah. I didn't go to Belmont though.
Yeah. I mean, you went for one term.
I went for one semester. I went to Dartmouth College in New Hampshire. I went there
what a dump.
I know, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. I went there for 3 years, and then I did a semester at Belmont, and then I graduated early. So I got like to experience both.
Yeah. I'm going there at same Belmont University for audio engineering, so it's really great for me. Yeah.
Nice.
So he gets to like access like all the huge studios in Nashville where like huge albums were made.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like he has a class where Johnny Cash recorded Ring of Fire and things like that. It's just cool.
Wow.
We actually got to use some of the mics.
We got to use Patsy Cline's mic.
I've recorded my voice on the same mic that Patsy Cline sang Crazy with.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Good one.
That's pretty good.
But it's so great to what I find fascinating is when you get deep into music history, they're just regular people who have a passion for what they do, and a lot of struggles and everything else that came with it. I did go to the Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville. Have you been there?
Not yet.
We have not, but we see all the billboards for it.
No.
It's
really
great.
big
It's very interactive, and you get to see everybody who's covered all his stuff and his history, and it's a great walkthrough. You can walk through it in about an hour, and it's definitely something worth doing.
Okay, we'll check it out definitely.
Yeah. So, hey, and just one other Nashville point. We went to Nashville a couple of years ago. We all caught COVID when we were there. It's like
how it goes.
It's like the bridesmaid capital of the world, which is kind of funky. And the other thing is there's rooftop bars that open at 10 o'clock, and there's musicians who are playing all over the place. And aggressive, by the way. Aggressive with I've never seen a musician so aggressive with the tip cup.
With the bucket? They come around
with the bucket.
Like, please, put money in the bucket. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
the
like
first time we saw that, we were like, what?
I know.
Our first gig, our very first like paid gig was at Osprey's Dominion, which is a winery like on the North Fork. And we didn't put a tip bucket out. I was like, they're paying us. I'm not going to I don't think you're supposed to put a tip bucket out. And then this woman came up to me and she just goes, sweetie, what are you doing? I want to give you money, but there's no bucket. And then I was like, maybe we should have a tip jar. Yeah, and so then that to Nashville, and they like have a 5-gallon bucket, and they're like, put money in it, or I'm not playing again.
A lot of the times it could be more money than you got paid, so it's good.
Yeah, it's how musicians make their living here, because a lot of the tips make up most of their salary.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I agree, and my daughter Faith told me I was helping Mike Nugent out, and she's like, Dad, she goes, people our age, we don't carry that much cash. You got to have a virtual tip jar. You have to have something with, your QR code for your PayPal or your Venmo or whatever, or your Zelle, so people can tip you. I'm like, that's a great idea. So that's what we do. And then the other thing we do is, and my wife is great for this. If we're listening to a musician and there's no tip cup up there, we go to the bar, get a pitcher, get a pint glass or whatever, and we put it on a stool. And throw some money in it. Well, that's the way to do it. You got to show your appreciation. You have to. Anyway, I'm kind of babbling here. Let's do this. Let's take another quick break. Let's figure out what the heck we're going to talk about now. All right, everybody. We'll be right back with Audawind. Hang with us.
The Long Island Sound is here to help you connect with local artists. Follow us on Instagram for the latest up-to-date podcast episodes and also to connect with your local artists and their upcoming shows.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting a little thirsty. And I've been watching TikToks, okay?
Yes.
And I'm thinking Shelby's a drunk because, God,
I'm not.
every day.
I'm not.
Literal alcohol.
I don't know.
Just a shotgun a day for me.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just a day? Okay.
Yeah.
So
It hits 5
All right.
o'clock, and I'm like, oh, happy hour. Gotta do my shotgun.
I brought it
Yes. Yes. This is good. Let me
because I'm an old guy.
let me get prepared.
Okay, and eventually I will be wearing a bib. So, all right. So what do I do? So I got this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So what
that
do I do
works.
first?
That works. So what you do is you where the pop top opens, you find the
Hold on.
like-
I dropped my earplug. All right.
Hey, can you take this key off?
All right. I'm back, Shelby. All right. So
Okay.
that's the mouth. That's the mouth. Right?
Yeah, that's perfect. So find the opposite spot where you would open it. So where you would drink out of, follow that line directly down,
Right.
and then you're
got
gonna
it.
puncture right here.
I can do
So
that.
follow that line
but,
down and puncture this.
But what do I do
So-
first? Do I open the beer first and then
No,
puncture
don't
the back?
open. Do not
That's the
open
very
it.
last
That's the last step. So you're
All right, go
gonna
ahead. You show me.
take
and let me see
a
if I-
key. Here, I'll do it,
No,
and then
I got. See, this is how they used to
yeah,
open.
that's tools. Tools are definitely better for this.
I've been
so you
called a
take-
tool. Thank you.
You follow that line down, and
Got it.
then you insert.
Yeah, but isn't it going to start spitting out?
Yeah.
No, yeah, a little
little
bit,
bit.
a little bit.
It might explode in your face.
If you haven't shooken it up or shooken it up, Okay.
Shooking it up. Wow. I guess you're not an
then
English
you
major,
just
huh?
make the hole a little bit bigger. It's not going to open. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Precisely.
All right.
Okay. So now put your mouth where that hole is.
Oh, I got it. I can make the hole bigger.
And then you're going to go like that. Ooh, just spilled some on me.
Yeah, maybe make the hole a little bigger.
Yeah. It works better when you do it horizontal. Yes. And then you drink it.
Chug.
done.
Ooh, you're good at it.
Hey, that was good.
That was the best one I've ever shotgun with.
All right.
And you didn't even do a light beer. What was that?
Light beer.
Sammy Adams Pumpkin Ale?
Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I don't drink pumpkin stuff. I don't drink crap, as my wife says, crap beer or craft beer.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
drink anything
We
that
said
has
Miller.
blueberries
Okay,
in
I
it.
stick to Miller. I'm trying to get Miller Lite to sponsor me. I mean, I've gone through I'm on my second suitcase, my second 30 rack of Miller Lights, and
Hello.
I'm doing some good promo for
know.
Miller.
I know.
Yeah. And then you're going to balloon up like a whale. Yeah.
You
Or are you
gotta
doing the
do,
light beer?
you got to do Pilates to counteract your daily shotgun.
Yeah.
What's a Pilates? I'm kidding. I know what a Pilates
Honestly,
is.
I don't even know. Still,
I'm
still
so proud
trying to
of
figure out
myself.
the answer.
that
so-
was
so
really
the-
good.
No.
We did it with we shotgunned with with Ben Sam are not 21. Sadly for them,
Wait. Who?
they're not 21.
Okay. I know
Just-
they're not 21. So we
Oh,
don't do
okay.
any beer drinking on. You don't do beer drinking on camera, right, guys?
Yeah.
So I shotgunned with our manager, Christy DiNapoli. There, I'll name drop him so he knows it was bad. No beer went into his mouth. It just literally sprayed out the bottom. Luckily, we were by a sink. We were in a record label in Nashville, a pretty big one, and it was one of my favorite videos ever.
Well, so you already presented some how-tos here on the Long Island Sound podcast because we're professionals, and
Yeah. Everyone
know how
should
to-
be practicing their daily shotguns. You never know when someone's going to ask to shotgun with you. It's an important skill to have.
Shelby actually thinks about these things. She told me, I gotta have 2 beers on hand all the time in Nashville.
I gotta be strapped.
In case I see someone.
People ask me in shotgun now, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't have my Miller Lights with me.
I know.
I'm going to bring you some old man tutelage to you right now. So, guys, listen up. Shelby is going through a difficult time because she graduated college and she's yearning for the days way back when it was party time, blah, blah, blah. And just,
tough.
You know, it's tough. So just
I saw him about it fortnightly. Dartmouth is actually where Animal House was based off of Dartmouth College.
What, your college?
At my college, yeah. So I gotta do my alma mater proud.
Exactly.
It's
just help, guys. Just help her through this phase.
I know.
And hope.
I know.
We're trying. Yeah. We're trying.
The shotguns help. They keep me young.
Hey, let's do this. Let's tell me about the song Chug-a-lugga, and then I want to give a sample of the song to our audience, and then obviously you guys who are listening to this, you're going to want to go to Spotify or Apple Music and see their music. So tell me about how Chug-a-lugga came along. It just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out. It's a super fun party song. It's all about like letting loose and having a good time. We're really close. We're really close family, and we're a really close band. And we'll go out and we'll be like, let's go line dancing together. Let's just go let loose and just have fun somewhere. And I think that's what that song is about.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Any thoughts?
I agree. Family that sticks together, parties together.
All right. So who wants to introduce the song? So
Sam, I think you should do it.
I don't know.
It'd be like,
okay. This is Chug-a-lugga by Audawind.
All right, guys, check it out. We'll be right back after a sample of the song. Stick with us.
I'm about to chug this train off the tracks, and I'm about to go and throw it on back. I'm about to rip and cut up a rug. I'm about to chug, 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 chug. Chug-a-lugga, 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 chug-a-lugga. I'm gonna.
Everybody, we just heard a snippet of Chug-a-lugga, and you guys have to check out this group. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. Look up Audawind, and you'll see it in the description below. So while we were listening to the snippet of the song, we were talking about the business of music and getting gigs. Shelby, kind of jump into that point of the conversation of you guys handle your own business of the music business.
So we have like a team that we can work with, and like we have manager, but we also have a big do-it-yourself kind of attitude. Like everything is in-house for us. Ben is our main songwriter. Sam's our producer, and I'm on the business side of things.
Great.
So booking gigs when it comes down to it, and like musicians who are just starting out, it's really just like feet on the pavement and just nose to the grindstone and working hard to get those gigs. I send so many emails a day. Like before we played at Daisy's, I think I sent a bunch of emails. He was like, okay, fine. And then Ben Sam went in for an interview because I was at college. And he was like, okay, we'll work with you. So like, and then now we love them. And they're our favorite place. So don't be discouraged by like getting turned down by places. Also, I wouldn't worry about being annoying. I send a lot of follow-up emails too.
Yeah, no, that's, let me ask you this then. So the people that you're prospecting to get gigs from, what do they ask for? What do they ask you when you say, hey, we're this, we're that? Are they asking for proof? Like, what kind of collateral are they looking for?
Yeah, obviously, if someone's gonna like pay you or have you represent their venue in a way, they want to make sure that you sound good and that you're legitimate. So I usually send some videos of us playing live. And then sometimes I send some recorded music. When we were starting out, sending videos of us playing live was actually more difficult because we look so young. People are like, I don't know, a bunch of preteens in here. It's going to make my beer taste bad. So I think it's probably easier for us now. But yeah, pictures, some live videos, some music. Sometimes if you can like network with people and have someone reach out for you, it's always better to be like, hey, so and so said I would be really good for your venue. It's like, what would you respond? Would you respond to a spam email or someone that like knows you, kind of deal?
Yeah, you know, it is people in business. I'm in sales. You know, people buy from people, so they want to see your energy, and you know, you almost have to, I would say, bring it up a notch when you're in person in front of somebody. You know, be bubbly, be energetic, be that entertainer at that moment. You know, you're selling yourself. You know. Now, let me ask you this: so there's getting into the local gigs, and you've worked the circuit out on the eastern end of Long Island, let's say, and you're playing in Tennessee, I think, as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up.
Yeah.
So you're doing that. You guys are in college, the boys. So you're going to get out, you're going to start going, looking at festivals and stuff like that. I won't name her, but I spoke to an artist who was a backup for a very famous New Orleans band for years and years. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about this particular artist. And she said, you know what? He's beyond, with his music, he's beyond the bar scene. You know, he should be opening up for other acts. And I think that's I guess that is the next thing to look at. You know, how can I open up locally, wherever, regionally, for some other big name band that we're going to bring our crowd and will benefit from their audience as well. Am I right, or am I just wishful thinking?
Yeah, no, I think that's like totally how it works, and just musicians supporting each other is big on like figuring out openers, and it's just like a community. So you want to be involved in your community, and I think just playing more and more places is also, sometimes a venue will be like, hey, we love you guys. I have this person that I want to stick on as an opener. Maybe do that. We won the Sag Harbor American Music Festival. There was a youth initiative contest, and we talked to all the people that we interacted with from that competition like years ago, and we talk to them still all the time, and we got to open the festival from that. So just good. Taking every opportunity you get.
Yeah, that's you notice, I think that's so key, being open to the possibilities. And I've heard a common denominator, never say no, you know, always say yes. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll do this. I'll do the car show. I don't care. You want music, you're going to pay me? Oh, yeah. What the hell? You know, I'll do it.
Yeah. We used to have a residency at an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, pizza place.
At a pizza place.
Which one?
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. You would play for 3 hours.
Where was
Riverhead.
Rocco's. Very good.
Their pizza's so good.
Yeah,
they had a really good pizza too, so it helped.
They give us pizza.
Give us pizza at the end.
That's how they paid you, right? In pizza?
Partially.
Yeah, it's amazing. We have a small Italian place in Amityville or Lindenhurst, and I would think, and they have you know, trios there and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, all right, that's pretty cool. But I always look for the places that are going to be consistent about it. You know, I actually avoid talking to places that dabble in it. You know, it's interesting, but I do like what you mentioned about the pairing, and sometimes you can drive that on your own. So I know a lot of older acts, you know, so we've put together showcases where we've had a younger artist come in, and it just blended well. And then they played all together at the end, which was like so cool. And you're kind of forcing networking, which I think is fun as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I really want to get into how you approach songwriting. Everybody has a different way of doing it. The drums kind of caught me when we were talking before this whole podcast started. Tell me how you write songs.
Well, I've been writing songs for.
Now, who's this?
I'm
Shelby?
Ben.
Ben.
I've writing songs for over 5 years, and I've kind of like over that 5 years have changed my songwriting process a lot. It was originally like just me, just like fooling around, and then I learned how to play the guitar, and then I wrote songs on guitar, and then eventually we started playing live, and that just changed everything. Like 3 to 4 nights a week live, and then I just kept thinking of songs like how would I write it live? How would it go live? And then we started writing songs together. When Sam started producing songs, that's when everything really came together. And Sam came up with this really cool sound we call the Audawind sound, which you'll hear more of it in the future when we release more songs.
Yeah.
And I just always think of Sam's production style, and that's how I write all of my songs. So I do that, and I start my songs in drums usually, because like I'm kind of selfish and I want a good drum part. You know what I'm saying? And then I do that, and then I live with it if it's really cool. Sometimes I come up with a drum part live, like as transition music.
Ben and Sam all the time just randomly go, record that.
Yeah.
Are you recording? Someone get their phone out.
Yeah.
The best time to record is the first time you play it, I think. That's when you get like a magic to it. You know, there's something special about it.
Yeah. And then Ben usually...
And then I usually come up with a melody on top of it or a riff.
He's good with the catchy melodies.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really write stuff on chords. I only write parts. I don't really write chords. So we arrange it so it's like really only 4 instruments, so it hits really good live.
And then Ben gives us like a rough draft of the song. Mm-hmm. And then he'll have some lyrics in there.
And and they do the lyrics, and they're really good at it. They like pinpoint it and make it really.
I really like our co-writing process because Ben gives us like this half-baked song, which it's just how I prefer to co-write. I know some people go in at like a blank slate and they're like, let's leave this 3-hour session with the song. But Ben comes in with something he's super passionate about. Usually he has some lyrics and we all sit down together, our mom too, and we're like,
nice.
What's this song going to be now? Like, what's the story? What's the hook? Let's craft everything around this, and then we just tell a story.
Yeah, our mom's actually a novelist. She writes fiction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has a book actually. That's she's self-published.
She's got to come on the podcast then.
I know, right?
Yeah. She's writing a new book right now that is
really good.
And so we get to take her fiction writing skills into our songs.
Yeah. And she always thinks about a story, which I never think about. And so the end result is this really well-crafted song that I'm really proud of. And then Sam takes it.
Yeah, I try to write a lot of parts that I don't know, go well. I try to avoid acoustic strumming. Like I don't know. Whatever like it could be, I try to avoid the acoustic guitar usually.
Yeah, do more parts.
It depends.
You'll hear in our music, it's like a complex web of unique sounds. And in our next song, it kind of has like that really fun, in-depth story. Sam's working on it right now. And it's just, we have a lot of fun writing. There's nothing we would rather be doing than making music together. So it's pretty awesome that we get to do that professionally.
Sure. Now, this is my observation. This is what I'm getting out of your process as far as maybe tips for our songwriters and people out there. One, obviously you have a gelling collaborative effort and you're very enthusiastic about each other. There's nothing better for a creative person than someone says, yeah, tell me what you got. Show me what you got. Let me hear it. Okay. The other thing, and I remember this from Neil Young, when the inspiration hits, you start writing and recording right then and there. You don't let it die, or it goes into the ether, and you won't be the same person the next day. And that's like a Rick Rubin thing. You know, you kind of run on it, right? So you've got that collaborative positivity about you. So you're in a very fertile field. Okay, as if I can use an analogy. Okay, you've got the storytelling, you got that roots from your mom as far as being, she's a novelist, storytelling. I remember talking to Caroline Doctrow, who's out in the East End, whose father's a famous novelist. And I asked her for a tip. And she said, you know what? You got to paint the picture of the place in the beginning because people have to see that where you are. You know, where are you taking me? Where are you inviting me in? So I'm kind of throwing that in from left field. But then you're in the framework, and it's not guardrails, I would assume, but you have that Audawind sound that you know about. I don't know about it yet.
Yeah,
but
it's
we'll
easy
learn
because
about
like what we all naturally do, and then when that comes together, that's kind of what that is with Sam.
The
Like,
guardrails is so helpful though, because like I just write everything in that, and I'm just so enthusiastic about it. It's so easy, you know. That's one of the biggest things, like with my songwriting. If you gotta get yourself excited, you know, throw a new idea out there, and if you're not excited about it, you know, then it's not gonna be fun, and then what's the point if it's not fun? You know?
I think knowing your vibe is also important too. Like, what you have to think of the characters that you're creating in your story. It's like, would I say this? I don't know. Like, definitely not everything is autobiographical. I think if you think that every story that you write has to be a true story that you experienced, you're just gonna pigeonhole yourself just unnecessarily. But crafting that holistic view, I think, is really important.
Well, it's interesting you talk about characters, right? Character in the song, you know, and I think that is driven a lot by empathy. I may not have gone through this, but I can empathize with somebody who's gone through this or that, whether it's joy, whether it's sorrow, whether it's blues, tragedy, you know, elation. You can relate to it, and if you can do it through a character in a place, you can come up with a great song. This is from a guy who's written no songs, by the way.
Everyone's got a song in them. And also, like, people say things all the time. We keep a hook list going. And
good.
sometimes people just say, like, the most interesting things. You can learn something from everybody. And people just say stuff, and you're like, that is so catchy. That would make a fantastic song. And we'll just be like, write it down. Write it down.
Yeah.
That's the key. I think if it's one thing that I pull out from learning to write songs is write it down, remember it, okay, and then you can memorialize it. Don't let it go in the ether and go away because you'll never recapture it again. You go, what was that about?
I know sometimes you're like, if it were good, I would remember it. That is just not the case.
Yeah, I agree.
It's definitely not true.
I agree. Hey guys, you know what? I've really had a great time getting to know you. You know, I got to know you a little bit through social media. I did some of my research, and you came through true. You're a fun group and energetic and joy. You're bringing joy back to this old man here. So
Thank you so much. That means a lot. I like that. Our social media showed how we are. That's good to know.
So I look forward to, you know, you've had a tremendous amount of information that we transfer to our audience here. I know they're going to love hearing it. I look forward to the comments that we make. I'll forward it to you for sure. And I want to say, you know, thank you for giving me your time today. I wish you guys all the best. And I'm really interested in following your musical career. So thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys. Till next time, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate the time you spent with us. Please subscribe and comment and visit us at gigdestiny.com. Till next time, be generous with your joy, keep your spirits high, and let the music take you on a journey. Be well. Peace.
I'm about to chug this train off the tracks, and I'm about to go and throw it on back. I'm about to rip and cut up a rug. I'm about to chug, 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 chug. Chug-a-lugga, 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 chug-a-lugga.